For GVSULakers.com, my name's Jake Levy coming to you from the basketball court here at the Fieldhouse, where the women's basketball program just finishing up their first 3 practices of the official 2017-2018 season. Head coach Mike Williams here to talk about it. First of all, Coach, let's talk about that excitement. I know every year you come in this time of year, those real practices get underway. What's it been like for you the last few days?
Well, the first day, obviously, we could have climbed the Mount Everest. You had so much energy. I think that's always the case. And then obviously day 2 was a step back. And then we went this morning at 7 o'clock and a lot of energy again. So it was good to see. But that's the thing. You got to try to maintain that energy throughout the year. And I think so far kids are doing that.
How do you capitalize on that early energy to take advantage and really get some good stuff done in those first few days?
Well, you practice longer, obviously, in the beginning because you're behind a little bit, so I think you can go longer. I think your kids can wear longer, but other than that, I think you just get stuff in and keep moving forward.
In terms of the actual X's and O's, how much of the install do you do in these first few days? Are you just trying to get the girls used to playing again?
We do a lot. We kind of really do. We jump right into it day 1. We do our preseason stuff, and this year we did all breakdown stuff. We didn't do any team stuff for the 5 or 6 weeks. We get our 2 hours, and so day 1, and like I said, we can go longer because they have energy. We put a lot of stuff in starting day 1.
It looked like when I got here, at least, there was some pretty spirited competition on the floor. What kind of culture do you try to cultivate early with the girls competing against themselves to get a little better every day?
Well, at the end of practice, we kind of put them in competitive situations, and we keep score, put time on the clock. But this group is kind of by nature they're fairly competitive. I don't think right now we're still trying to find not an identity, but we're still trying to have a presence. Losing 5 starters and 7 seniors, but I think they've got a competitive spirit and they have a lot of energy.
With a younger team, how do you adjust the first few weeks in practice? Obviously, usually when you have an older team, they can kind of run the practice for you. Now you got to do that again by yourself.
Well, I think you make them do that, and I think we put them in a lot of drills and a lot of situations where these players have to run it. We don't. I think we probably do less coaching right now, and maybe even less teaching, which probably sounds different. But these kids have to learn that it's their team. The more you dump that on them, the more they're going to respond.
Well, Coach, a couple of weeks away from that exhibition game against Michigan. Best of luck the rest of the way in practice. Thanks for your time.
All right, Jay. Thanks much.
That's head coach Mike Williams after 3 days of practice in the books for women's basketball. For GVSULakers.com, I'm Jake Levy.